Travis doing good, so we have the Book of Mormon, which nobody is getting it right with what it is and why it is. First Nephi chapter 1 verse 2. Yea, I make a record in the language of my father, which consists of the learning of the Jews and the language of the Egyptians. Then we go to further explanation in 2 Nephi chapter 25 verse 1. Now I, Nephi, do speak somewhat concerning the words which I have written, which have been spoken of by the mouth of Isaiah. For behold, Isaiah spake many things which were hard for many of my people to understand, for they know not concerning the manner of prophesying among the Jews. And then Mormon, chapter 8, verse 33. O ye wicked and perverse and stiff-necked people. He's talking to our generation. Why have ye built up churches unto yourselves to get gain? Why have you transfigured the holy word of God? He's speaking of the Book of Mormon, written by his father, that ye might bring damnation upon your souls. Behold, look ye unto the revelations of God. For behold, the time cometh at that day when all these things must be fulfilled. And so despite verse 35 saying Jesus Christ, they're not talking about Jesus Christ as Christians created him. They're referring to Jeremiah chapter 23, starting in verse 5. The prophecy, expanding upon the prophecy in Deuteronomy chapter 18, verses 15 through 19, about the man like Moses. The Book of Mormon was written specifically as apocalyptic literature, a book of Revelation. It is not literal history. And it is not plagiarized by Joseph Smith. It was purposely crafted to warn us with a warning. This is the concluding statement here, talking to us, before which the book was written. The church, again, stalking me on my YouTube channel, has again put out their counter reply to my videos. They put out another Book of Mormon video, and they went back and covered what they missed with First Nephi. Nephi's prophecy of the latter days, which we also get from the Book of Revelation, as Nephi even tells us to refer to the Book of Revelation. Notice that the Book of Revelation also uses Jesus Christ, along with dragons and beasts and frogs and flying horses from outer space. They are symbolic representations. And in several instances, they're talking about actual star dates using story form as if it were history, using parables, using direct prophecies, as Mormon chapter 8 is a direct prophecy. The church is desperately trying to brainwash and keep brainwashed the remaining few of you that are the big holdouts who have embraced anti-science, anti-logic, anti-truth for a spiritual witness. Because with a spiritual witness, you don't have to prove anything. You don't have to study. You just get a feeling. And if it's the wrong feeling, you just get the right feeling. And I've gone over with you the church history of why the Book of Mormon was. Joseph Smith Sr. was an ordinary American citizen in Vermont. He joined the Yorkites Freemasonry and learned of the Knights Templar lore, because the Yorkites, the highest rank is the Knights Templar. And that's where the Holy Grail comes from, which is the bloodline of the Christ, as understood by the Jews, not Jesus. It's also the Egyptian gold plates. It's also the coming to America, purchasing the land for the latter-day Zion, for that Messiah who was to be born in America during the latter days with the Exodus. There's a reason why the Passover is celebrated for 8 days, at least originally. The Reformed Jews turned it to 7, taking away from the symbolism. Because John in Revelation gives us the beginning date and the end date for the latter days. 2017, Revelation chapter 12, Revelation 19, 2024. So 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. 8 years. 8 days, 8 years. The Exodus talks about 3 days of darkness. So 3 separate solar eclipses. The first one occurred in the first year. The last one occurs in the last year. And the one in the middle, number 2, it's this year. And how do I know that? Because other prophets have also prophesied of it. The book of Judges, talking about the Sun King, Samson. The stories of the deaths reveal the various eclipses for the latter days. They are all prophecies of the latter days. And so as I've tried to warn you, as I've tried to have to teach you, have to try to convince you that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is the great and abominable church, that you need to come out of it, that the Book of Mormon testifies it is false, that there are only 2 churches, and the great and abominable church is holding hostage those who believe. You need to come out, because this year is the bicentennial of the day that shall burn as an oven. With Friday the 13th in October. Don't forget that video I did for you recently, because January had Friday the 13th.
This is not the Church of Joseph Smith. This is the Church of Jesus Christ.